You know, a lot of people, I always hear like, oh, buying a house is the biggest investment you're ever gonna make, or the biggest decision you're ever gonna make. The person who you marry is the biggest decision who you're ever gonna make.
Yeah.
The biggest decision, because that person that you marry will make you or break you.
This is my favorite couple in Zambia. They are famously known as the Bukurus on YouTube. The husband is from Burundi, but he grew up in Canada. You can tell by the accent.
Sometimes it's a struggle when I'm out in town and I'm trying to purchase things and they hear my accent. The price of things do go up.
The wife grew up in South Africa, but she was born in Zambia.
But I'm Zambian.
Oh, you're
yeah,
Zambian.
So I'm Zambian. So I used to live here and then I left and went to Canada. To be married with this guy right here who's from Burundi.
I'm that guy.
I lived in South Africa.
How long?
From grade 8 to my, I want to say 15 years.
15 years in South Africa. How's Zambia so far for you?
Love this country. Love this country.
Guys, I'm telling you, Zambia is beautiful. I mean, look at this. I want you guys to see how beautiful Zambia is. So nice.
The roads are nice.
Yeah, they're very.
Later today we'll go and find some Zambian food to eat.
Yes.
And
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I've noticed that they are a lot of malls here in Zambia.
Oh yeah, tons of malls. They love their malls here in Zambia. They love their malls. You guys have malls, lots of malls in Zimbabwe?
Yeah, we do, but
okay.
We probably have like 2, 3 that are big in the city.
And where you're sitting right now is in Canada. That's where we drive. So when I first got here, I was thinking every time I'm driving, in my head, left side. But the good thing of that is that Zambians are very nice. Even if you make a mistake, they'll honk, but they're patient. They'll let you go, and
so they are patient.
They're patient. In Canada, oh man, road rage. They're giving you the finger and everything. Over here, they're very nice. Even if you were to make a mistake, they'll say,
why are people angry in Canada?
Must be the weather.
So if you had to compare food, how's Zambian food so far for you?
So far? Yeah. I love the Chishima.
Yeah.
Love the Chishima. And honestly, I've been eating out in restaurants a lot.
Oh, okay.
But today's afternoon, we're really going to try the real Zambian food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak a few languages. I speak a few. I understand more than I speak. I think that's the best way to put it. Yeah. We love Zimbabwe though. It's so lush and beautiful.
Yeah. But I'm happy that you guys have better roads.
We do.
Yeah. Is it your surname, Chishima, or the like?
Chishima is my first name, Chishima is my son.
Oh, Chishima, what does it mean, Chishima?
So it means a charm. But
A charm?
Good one. Yes.
A charm?
Yes, but a good one.
Yeah, you're a charm. Like charming. What's a bad charm?
Oh, they're bad charms because we're in Africa.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Because she had to explain.
But charm is like, being charming.
Yes.
Yeah.
The way you explain it, the way you understand it is different from how people understand it here. Because you can actually say you are my lucky charm.
Yeah.
That's in our case. Because Chishimba, like she's saying, it's a good charm.
Yes, it means a charm in general.
Yeah. But a charm in general, people don't like charms.
People don't like charms. Oh, okay.
Because more often it's associated with evil.
Yeah. Well, I like your charm.
Yeah. She's like probably people are going to say she's a lucky charm or something like that.
Okay.
Now you are here.
Yeah.
You're here full time.
Here full time now, yes.
Are you not scared? Like the reason why I'm saying, are you not scared? People consider places like Canada the land of opportunities. So are you not scared of taking this risk of coming back to Africa?
You know what? I mean, yes. A part of it was like that scared because like in Canada, I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
Right? I see a paycheck every 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks is coming in, right? And then I have a great job. I have a pension over there, right? Health benefits. So coming here, it is a big risk. When I'm there, I felt like I was really in my comfort zone. And I needed to take that leap of faith to come to a place where, and trying to create something out of nothing, but you just see the opportunities amount that are here. All that fear, to me, it almost like is gone. And I think that fear stopped the moment that plane landed over here. The moment I came here, the amount of peace I felt, I felt like at home. I never felt at home back in Canada. And I grew up there since I was 2 years old. I'm coming to a place where I didn't grow up, right? I didn't grow up here.
Yeah, you didn't.
But immediately I just felt like home.
So are you seeing opportunities here in Africa? Yeah, in Zambia specifically.
Yeah, in Zambia specifically, I'm definitely seeing the opportunities, like just even in agriculture, in just the service business. And I'm like literally, I'm thinking, if you're very passionate in what you want to do, you could come here and make a business out of it. That's what I believe in, because it's such an open and free market here, where I just see a lot of people that are really doing great things here.
I want to ask, like, what is it do you think we should do to take advantage of the opportunities that you yourself are seeing?
I think the first things first is you gotta come here. You gotta come and visit, right? And take some time to see different places and put yourself in situations. If agriculture is what you want to do, you need to go and visit farms, right? Go and see the type of farming that you want to do. Go and see what interest that you have, and see, are there other people doing it?
Very true.
And put yourselves in situations where you can learn, right? And the great thing is that, like, you're doing a lot of the research for us. We can go on your YouTube channel and we can see the opportunities are just endless when it comes, especially with farming.
Exactly.
And the reason why I'm saying farming is because, like, I'm interested in farming. We have a piece of land here in Zambia, and my wife and I, we're gonna start planning on farming and developing it. And mind you, I'm not a farmer.
Yeah.
I don't know much about farming,
Exactly.
but I could learn how to do it.
You see?
And you gotta be willing to fail and make mistakes. That is key. A lot of people think that, you gotta have your ducks in a row, you gotta have $1 million to really do it. You don't need it. You don't need that.
Because let's look at your situation in your case. How much are we talking about in 2 weeks?
For in Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, man, 2 weeks? So with overtime.
Yeah.
So because I work in corrections in Canada as a correction officer, so I work with prisoners.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of overtime. And so the jails are just very overpacked in Canada.
Yes.
So the overtime is unlimited. And so if I'm working 16 hours a day,
Yes.
7 days a week, because the jail's open 24 hours.
Yeah.
So you could really work. And I'm looking at like $5,000 every 2 weeks, $4,000 every 2 weeks. But that's me really working. Like, I'm not seeing any family. I'm just going home to sleep. And it's not worth it. Even though the money is nice, it's not worth it.
So you are bringing in the picture that it's really important to spend much of your time with family.
Absolutely. Especially me, I'm newlywed. I still consider we've been married for 2 years, my wife and I.
Yeah.
We just had our first child, who was 5 months, and we are very in our early stages. And I feel like we're very blessed to be very young and to understand things that took people 30, 40 years to figure it out.
Amazing.
Right? You're in 30 years and you're realizing I haven't spent time with my family. Right? And
I think it's a problem, honestly, even here in Africa. People usually spend their time working, and especially for men, they come from work and then they go to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
Probably most of the time, kids would spend even a week without seeing their dad.
Yeah.
He's just coming in during the night to sleep, and then in the morning he's going to work.
Yeah. And with that being said, like, I understand, like, a lot of people are not very fortunate to have those, like, there's a level of sacrifice that sometimes, families have to take due to situations, and that's understandable. But really trying to push to make sure that there's an end goal, that this is going to be ending. This is not going to be forever. this is something that needs to be temporarily, and how can I position myself to spend more time with my family?
So are things cheap in Canada?
Oh.
Like if you're getting 5,000 a month,
Yeah.
is it enough to sustain you?
No. See, the problem with Canada is that like the cost of living has gotten up high, right? So you really have to, make like $100,000 seems like a lot of money. Like, oh wow,
Yes. Yeah.
that's not a lot of money in Canada. Like you really have to really like either like live really below your means, and it's doable. People do it and people live like good, but it's really hard because, and then on top of that, you look at in Canada, a lot of people, they have credit card debt, they have car loans, bills just add up. So at the end of the month, a lot of your paycheck are really going towards bills and groceries, groceries are very expensive. And so
Here in Africa, people buy things in cash.
see, that's one thing that when I'm over here and I see someone with a nice vehicle, I know that person bought that cash.
Exactly.
When I see someone with a nice car in Canada,
Yeah.
all I know is that person is negative $70,000. And
I understand.
You see?
I understand. So did you go to Canada because of him?
Yes. It was my first time in Canada, actually.
How was it?
It was very interesting and very isolated because, in Africa, we're all about like
Yeah.
being together and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
But like there,
Yeah.
you don't even know your neighbors. I didn't even know our neighbor's name. Do you know
Right?
that? We lived there for like 9-8 months.
Yeah.
I didn't know our neighbor's name. I didn't know, like, when you saw someone in the building, you were like, does this person live here? You know?
But here in Africa, you know your neighbor. I mean, it's
You
the
do.
first thing that you do. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. You have
who are
to know.
they?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Welcome.
Yeah.
You get some salt, some sugar from
Yeah.
them. It's a thing.
Here in
Yeah.
Africa,
Thing.
I have to make sure that I know you because if I'm in trouble, I come to
I
you.
come
yes,
to you.
exactly.
It's not a thing in Canada.
No.
And very hustle driven.
Ah.
So you go to work, working 16 hours a shift is normal. It's normal. You leave the house 7 a.m. I see you the next day.
Yeah.
Even. No, if you go 7 a.m., you can come back 7 p.m. or 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Normal stuff.
Huh?
Yeah. And you can't imagine, I only have time to sleep and I still gotta do other things. Like I gotta sleep 8 hours and then I gotta be back in the morning after that 8 hours.
You'll be very, very
and,
tired.
and yes, overtime is optional, but the reason why we're working overtime is like so we could meet the needs of the cost of living, right?
Yeah.
Of just how things were expensive and still be able to kind of enjoy life a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And let's just not mention the cold. We don't like the cold.
Winter is wintering over
Oh
there.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
But the snow is pretty to look at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so
It's
nice, It's cute, it's all of that good stuff. But then when
Yeah.
you wait for it to melt, oh wow, it's a mess.
Yeah.
It's just wet ice.
How did you guys meet?
I came on a trip to Zambia.
Yeah.
I saved some money, like I was telling you earlier, of just how I ran into credit card debts.
Yes.
I had a car loan that I was paying back, and so after I realized I'm not trying to be in this cycle of debt. I hustled hard. I worked overtime. I paid off the debt.
Yeah.
Once I saved some money after I paid off the debt, I see money and I've never seen it before. I seen $20,000. I was like, wow, I never seen this money before.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, you know what? I need to make a trip to Africa. And Zambia, I had my auntie here.
Okay.
And I had a friend.
Auntie Lily.
Auntie Lily, yes,
Yeah, yeah.
who was here. And then I had a friend who I knew from Canada who's back home now in Zambia. So I booked my ticket. I said, you know what? I'm going to Zambia for a month.
A month.
A month.
Okay.
And this was mid-COVID. The government has shut down the world and said, do not travel. I said, I am going. I already booked my ticket. I'm going.
Yeah.
So this is March of 2021. We fly out. I go by myself to Zambia. I only know my aunt and my friend. And spent a month there.
Yeah.
Love the country, love Zambia. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna extend another month.
Oh, you did.
I extended another month, right? Because I was like, I wasn't ready to leave.
Like you extended your week.
Yeah.
It has that effect on you.
It
Yeah,
does.
it does. So the second month, that was when you meet her.
That is when I met my wife.
Imagine it didn't extend.
Right,
this.
I know. Right? And
Would not be
that's,
here.
that's where I met my wife. And I was in the middle of, doing a project with farming and stuff.
Yeah.
And she was buying blocks, building material for a
Yes.
house that she's building for her family.
Ah.
And so I see her at this, dusty place where people are just buying like curry. When you're buying curry stand and blocks, there's like a lot of dust around and everything. So I see her there, and I introduced myself to her, said hi, and the rest is history. Now we're married with a child, and and then as soon as I went back to Canada, I told her, I was like, hey, like you're the person I want to be with. Came back.
That was
Met
6
her
months
family
later.
6 months later.
Ah.
Yeah,
6
6 months
months
later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Proposed in Cape Town.
In Cape Town, South Africa.
Yeah.
And he proposed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when
Like
he
Cape
proposed- Yeah, Cape Point. Like at the point of Africa, like the last point of Africa. It was actually pretty romantic.
Ah, my guy.
I had to make sure she's not saying no.
Yeah, you had to make sure.
No, we already made sure before we came, and we had those conversations, and because the person you
Oh yeah,
marry-
like she knew, like we are heading there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without her, like I wouldn't be here right now. We grow each other and just encourage each other, and we both have our visions are aligned.
So were you not worried that he's not from around here?
I was so happy that he was not from around here.
Ah.
Yeah, because I always used to tell my friends that I don't want to marry someone similar to me too much.
Yeah.
I want someone who's like different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and someone who will be able to like challenge me and take me places I've never been before.
Yeah.
And that's what Kulu did.
And like the crazy thing is to think about it is that like we both took risk on getting married and making the decision after 6 months.
Yeah.
Right? I met her in Zambia. She hasn't been to Canada. She hasn't seen my home. She
Yes.
hasn't seen nothing. She doesn't know how I'm living in Canada.
So that's a
Do you
risk.
see that risk?
Yeah.
She could have came over and I could have had $100,000 in debt.
Dead. Yeah.
Could have had
I
another
could have
wife.
had another wife
Yeah.
even. Okay? I do not recommend what we did. Okay.
No, ours was a very
That was
risky
very,
one,
that
yeah.
was, but, we had these conversations and you just know, right? You have that feeling and and we both took that risk, because that was the same thing. I only knew her, right, in person for like a month and a half, right? You could pretend to be whoever you want in a very short time. So to be here right now wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and it won't be easy. It'll still just continue to be harder because now I'm continuing to learn my wife. The person who I met is not the person who I'm sitting beside right now.
Yeah,
because
very true.
She's a mom now.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that I have to continue to learn her and be intentional.
Okay. How's Mary so far?
We've been married for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it's very humbling.
Yes.
Yeah, very humbling.
Very.
Very humbling.
Very.
Very humbling.
Oh my
How
God.
long have you been married for?
3.
3 years?
3 years.
Yeah, so you
Wow.
know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so it's very humbling and very like eye-opening. Like you get to see your own stuff that's very like bad.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get to see the
Yeah.
bad side of yourself, and you should be that person who is willing to learn at the same time, like learn from your mistake.
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
in my case,
Yeah.
I think my marriage has been a learning curve, and I'm loving everything about
Oh,
it.
that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
The things that you guys go through in marriage, those things, they make you guys. They bring you together.
Exactly.
And it's good that if you are in good books, like you try, you tell yourself. Because for me, with my wife, I told her like, this is marriage. This is our relationship. We're going to be mad at each other from here and there,
Yeah.
but we have to make sure that we make up. Like
Yeah.
we talk to each other.
Yeah.
that way, that's how we are learning.
Absolutely.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy. Every day you're learning. Every day, and it's
Two people from different
yes,
background.
exactly, right. And then as well too, like I grew up in Canada.
Yeah.
She grew up in South Africa, Zambia,
Yeah.
and so she has different views in the way she grew up, and then I have different. So sometimes they could clash.
Yes.
But we make it work.
This is what they call cassava and chima here, and it's exactly like sadza, the real sadza that is made from mealie meal. Exactly. And I've been told that this is much better than sadza made from mealie meal, maize. I've been told. And here you call this
Chikanda.
Chikanda.
So if you know chikanda, I'm eating chikanda for the first time and it tastes good.
It's not bad. Like, what is this made out of? Anyway? What is like? It's not meat.
It's a vegetable
It's
that's
a vegetable.
pounded and like baked kind of thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, very good. And we are eating madora. Here you call them,
Finkubala.
but they're sort of like different from the ones that we eat.
Yeah.
Help
Kelvin
me.
said he's a professional eater.
Yeah, I'm a professional eater.